as Mr. Ibu wife, you know. You begged me to travel with your own daughter. I told you that I cannot prove to the embassy that your daughter is my child. You said you wanted to travel, and I told you that I'm going to help you. I'll give you the link to the angels so that they can be able to do your travel. Why are you not painting me that I'm trying to use donation money and travel? When you know the truth, and you have children, and you know the truth, and you came outside to sell lies. Even the person that did the show and took your husband to Abuja and took your husband to where they used something and cut his leg, you have never for one day and come and say anything about it. They did a show, they did not give him 1 naira. You've never come out for him and say, oh, my husband did a show in Abuja. If you really love him and you care about him, you did not pay him for the show. When you are dragging me, the same me you were chatting, even when the man was in the hospital, the same me that took him to the hospital, you're the one that took him to the hospital. When Daddy came back from Abuja, you said you wanted them to sell the house and settle you. I was the one that discussed with Auntie Ogadima so that you and Daddy will settle. I took Daddy to Auntie Ogadima's house. Daddy refused to come to his own house. I took him to Ogadima's house. You know that you begged Daddy. Daddy said, okay, he has forgiven you. That was my doings. We had a conversation on the phone, I and Auntie Ogadima, that we're going to reconcile you and Daddy. It was my suggestion. When you already told her that you wanted Daddy to sell his property and settle you, we took Daddy to our house. You came there and met Daddy. You knelt down and begged him, and he said, okay, he has forgiven you for everything you've done to him. The next day, you traveled. You went to mainland for a birthday party, not even minding his condition. I was the one that took him to the hospital, Living Heart Hospital. The day that I brought Mr. Ibu to the hospital, was anybody there with me? Was the wife there with me? I brought him to the hospital. I sent you a message on WhatsApp. I said, see that his condition is bad. Or you said, child. I told you the hospital said we should make an initial deposit. You said, how are we going to get the money? I said, don't worry, I'll pay the money. I paid for the initial deposit. The hospital started treating him. I was going there to sleep in that hospital alone. If I go, his son will go and sleep. My brother will go. My family member was going. We're going. My mom will go. All of my family members were going to that hospital to go and sleep there. When you were in mainland, the baby you were that you were wearing swimming pool is on your page on the 6th of October. Baby was in the hospital that time. After the baby party, you came. He came to the hospital after like a week. After a week later, you told me to send you transport for you to come over to the hospital to look after your husband. I did. You came and you met us at the hospital. I was the one paying all the hospital fee. When the hospital I couldn't meet up with the hospital bill anymore. The bills were accumulated. The doctor said, okay, Daddy can be coming from home. That the same treatment that they are treating him here, he can be coming from home. When I told you this is what the doctor said, you said he should go back to my house and stay. I said the way I'm seeing Daddy in this hospital now, with the leg, the way the leg is deteriorating, the place that they put mark has started rotting. That Daddy cannot go to my house and stay. That I'm afraid Daddy is not in a good health. He is not in a good state of health. It's very risky for him to go and stay in my house. You said, is it now that I wanted to abandon him? That's what she asked me. Do you want to abandon him now? Let him stay in your house. You see, the excuse she always say for him to stay in my house is their house is not good for him, but it's good for you. It's good for your children. You were living there. I even offered. I said, okay, I would put some paper. I will fill it. I'll put bed so that he will stay in your house with you. You said no, he should stay with me. And I called your best friend, Auntie Ogadima. I said, Auntie Ogadima, this is what mommy is saying. No, that Daddy should come and stay with me in this condition. What do you advise? She said, Jasmine, I'll advise you as I'll advise my own children, because you've housed my children in your house. I will not deceive you. Don't let that man go and stay in your house. If anything happens to him, he will deny you. Everybody will deny you. Oh. Nobody is, and I'm giving you this advice from a mother to a child. The hospital cannot treat him from the hospital and there's no money. He should go back to his house. That's the advice Auntie Ogadima gave me. And I stood by it. I said, Daddy is not going to my house now. You said, what can we do? I went to the doctor. I pleaded with her. I said, give us some days. We're going to raise money and pay the hospital bill. Did anybody from anywhere supported that hospital bill except they gave me money that I'm not aware of? I was the one paying the hospital bill. Now, when the doctor wrote me one day, I'll put the screenshot of the chat. The doctor said, we've accumulated so much bill that we should find solution. And I said, please, give me from now to so day is his birthday. I'm going to celebrate his birthday in the hospital. Maybe if we celebrate in the hospital, Nigerians will see him and have mercy on him and want to support him. I went and buy cake. I coordinated everybody. We did the birthday on the hospital. Still nothing happened. The next day, they wanted to discharge him. When they wanted to discharge him, you said he was going to go and stay in my house. In my own house. The same day you people refer as stranger. Husband snatcher. So at what point did you realize that I was having an affair with him? At what point did you realize that I was sleeping with your husband? I was living with your husband and you still wanted the husband to stay with me, to live with me, to love him. You've always known that I was having an affair with him and you wanted him to come and live in my house. So perhaps if God forbid, if he had died in my house, or God forbid anything bad had happened to him, I would have been in a bigger trouble right now. Nobody will believe the fact that I begged you to go and pick him from Abuja and you were conditioning me to book ticket for you and your friend. Nobody will believe the fact that I was the one that reconciled you and him. That is even talking to you today is me. And thank God there is record. I would have been explaining all this thing. Nobody will believe me. I went from being your daughter to be a stranger, to be a homewrecker, to be husband snatcher. You're doing these things, saying all these things, forgetting that you as a woman, you have a female child. And the way you treat other people's children is the way other people will treat your own children. I'm telling you, it's not a curse, it's karma. Don't let to lay curse on anybody. I told the hospital, okay, oh, give me 1 day. I cannot take daddy to my house in this condition. And I came back. I said, ma, I'm going to cry out for help. I believe if I cry for help, the Nigerians are going to help. I called her, daddy, I called the wife together, we were on the bed. By that time, daddy's leg has already decayed to some extent. The hospital were even telling us that the way they are seeing this leg, that they will cut the leg. By that time that they cut daddy's leg, I don't know what, it got infected and it has started decaying. That the way they are seeing this leg, if care is not taking, that they're going to cut this leg off. They started giving us time. I was so afraid for daddy. I said, I don't want daddy's leg to be cut. And that was not the only challenge daddy was having. I don't want to start taking some health, in the state of his health. But that was not the only challenges he was having in his health. It wasn't only the leg when he came back from Abuja. But the leg was the worst one because it was paining him. Pus was coming out from the traditional whatever they did from it. I have pictures of all the circles, the mark, the things they draw under this leg. I'll put it here so people will see. Even after they cut the leg, you can still see the lines from the razor cuts on the leg. After they amputated his leg, you can still see marks from the whatever they did in Abuja on his leg. How come somebody is talking about that? I called the wife, I called daddy, we start on the bed. I told I first did the same. What I'm saying now is what I said in the video. Nigerians, this is the condition of daddy. I've been the one paying the hospital bill, and I've been the one paying the hospital bill, and I have receipt of it. I cannot pay anymore. Is there any way we can support daddy? Before I cried out for donation, the hospital has already discharged daddy. Daddy would have gone home. The wife said he should come and stay with me. He would have gone and stay with me in my house, and God forbid, something terrible would have happened to him. And I would have been in Kiriki, I would have been in jail right now for something I know nothing about. Then we did the video. When I called her, I said, Mommy, come and do video. Say something to Nigeria. When they see that the family is in unity, they will support him. She came, she said, Nigerians, my husband is there, he's there, he's there. Somebody, I said, that's not how to appeal to Nigerians. I was the one telling her what to what. This is how you're going to say it. And then we did a video. Once that video happened, caught online, money started coming in. The account they were sending money to was an Access Bank account that daddy opened. And the day he opened that account, his son was right there with him. The mobile app of that account, because as daddy is, when I came back to Nigeria, daddy was not operating his mobile account. Most of the mobile app, he wasn't even using mobile app. So when he went to open that Access Bank, he insisted that his son would be operating the mobile app on his phone. On his own phone, you can go to Access Bank and make inquiry if that mobile app on that particular account was ever logged into another account. It was on his son's phone. He put his son in charge of that account. Even while before the donations, the money that were paid into that account for maybe the skit he did with Sydney paid him money to that account. He told his son to send money from that account to his wife. So who has been controlling the account? His son. His son has been sending up money from that account to his wife. His son has been in charge of that account. When the donation came, the only thing I had access to was the SIM card that they're using to answer call. And what's it called? Alert was coming. When the alert was coming, I'll show her, Mommy, see this thing. In less than 2 hours, Nigerians have donated 40 million. Before you know, 60 million. In less than 3 days, 100 million naira has been donated. Before that time, she has not come and said anything bad about me. Oh. I was not a stranger. I was not a home wrecker. I was not a terrible person. Before that donation, I was not the evil Jasmine you people are labeling me to be. When the donation money started coming, she was the one that even met me and said, okay, she was very happy. She said, the first thing she said, thank God, I was showing her from the alarm. The phones people were using to make call, because I was the one answering call when people were calling to check in on him. Daddy's main phone, daddy's phone was with the wife. Daddy's phone was with the wife, and that phone that the wife is holding, the main phone, I was the one that bought it for him. The phone that I was with was an old phone he was not using. He left in my house. That is SIM card to answer call. The phone for transaction, where the money is coming for, was his son. His son was in charge of that phone. I have never, ever, 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 ever in my life controlled the account that the donations were made to. Quote me anyway. Choma, I have never in my life been in charge of the account that Nigerians donated money to. I have never, for one day, operated that account. I was only seeing alert. And when the alert was coming, I was giving her every single detail. Until that money got to 100 million, and that conversation she was saying she wanted to buy iPhone 15. She cannot say she did not say she wanted to buy iPhone 15. She cannot say she did not say she wanted to do her body. She cannot say she never said she wanted to buy a car with the money. That money was in the hospital. And my problem was, she was telling me, knowing fully well that I was not in charge of the money. But what she was telling me was for me to go and tell the son. Because she knows if she goes and tell the son to transfer money from his father's account to her account to go and do all those things, he will not answer her. Then one day she say, God has blessed us, our time has come. This is our time that she's going to live her life and all of those things. I don't say anything about it. Now people are saying I'm the one that brought this whole matter to social media. How? The first time this woman dragged me, she was the one that brought it to social media. The second one, when this matter started, Mariam Oyakilome, you people all know Mariam Oyakilome. Ask Mariam how this matter got to social media. Jasmine never went to this lover or any blog to beg them to put anything on social media. Mariam was in the first hospital when the donation started. She came to see the daddy in the hospital because she said, okay, if she wants to appeal to her fans, that she's going to do her own video, that she's not going to use the video that people are already using. She's going to come to the hospital and do her own video and appeal to her fans. I say, okay, no problem. She came to the hospital. When she came to the hospital, she met daddy's wife and the wife's brother talking about selling one of daddy's property. She now called me once and she said, Jasmine, why are these people talking about selling this man property when he's alive? I said, I don't know what to say about it though. You understand? They were dragging about selling one property and all of that. She now said, this does not sit right with her. So around that period, the next time I think she was in the hospital once or twice, I can't remember. Then another time when a lot of things were happening inside. So I told her one day, when the brother called me on the phone, I have the conversation. He called me one morning. He said they should go and buy a car for his sister. And I say, I'm not the one in charge of this account. And secondly, I don't think buying a car right now is the best thing, because this person you're saying they should buy a car for, she sold 6 of daddy's cars, and then she sold her own car. She started selling things in the house because she's not working. She started selling things in the house. She started selling almost everything in the house. So I said, if you said go and buy a car now, I'm not in the best position to make that decision. Let daddy get up from the hospital. Unless the essence of the donation was for him to recover. Let him recover from the hospital first. Then he can decide whatever he wants to do with the money. This same her brother have met me severally and told me, let's share money from that donation. If what I'm saying right now is a lie, anything I lay my hands in this life, let it backfire on me. Let her brother, her cousin brother, or her son, or whoever she say he is to her, the boy, the person she claims is her brother or whatever her cousin, let him come and swear that he never told Jasmine, he never told me, let's share money from that donation. So many times, and I told him that I'm not sharing money. If daddy wants to give anybody anything from that donation, he will decide what to give anybody. I'm not sharing any money. Or should we talk about when we went to the hospital? I was the one that filled the form of the hospital when Nigeria started.
Guys, now wow, this matter between Jasmine and Mr Ibu wife continue. This one on the part 3 of the matter when it be say Jasmine come out come talk, because the video is really long, not be small thing. For me, everybody gets your own opinion, you understand? I beg make una still drop on our own opinion on the comment section. Una see that Mr Ibu wife, now money she just really dey after. Yes, because all this matter when be say Jasmine just dey talk since they carry evidence, they knack for the video, una go dey see everything. Now money na that woman just dey after. How your husband go dey hospital, you go talk say make them buy motor for you. Una hear na Jasmine talk say she really talk and say she wan go do Ikebe, say she wan buy iPhone. When your husband dey hospital, you still see her take go party wear a bikini? I no really understand though. If you know say you no really need this man, let this man be. Now when come be say Jasmine no let you get access to the money, you understand? Now Mr Ibu pikin dey run the account. Now you can't come out for social media because say you not get access to that money. If to say this woman, as I dey see am, she get access to that money, all these gbasgbos for not come out for social media. The time when be say all of them dey fly flights together, this matter not come out o. Anyway guys, make una follow me chook mouth for this matter because I no really understand. May God Almighty protect Mr Ibu for us, because na only that one be our property when e be say e consign us, you understand? But for me, man when be say you don born children for, e dey sick, e dey hospital, you no go even see eye take go party, talk less of say dey wear bikini dey do beach party. Wanna share this video, drop una own opinion on the comment section. Guys, see you all on our next one. Bye guys.